safely. Okay, so on your skills test, though, you'll be doing the one-person lift and the two-person sheet. And I'd also like you to practice doing the multi-person lift with the sheet. So any questions about that? Okay.
Something I've been wondering, like, is it difficult, like, say, working in a hospital, to flag down people for that? Because most people are busy.
Yes.
I mean,
It can be.
it would be very...
Yes, it can be. Particularly in the skilled nursing facilities, I mean, it can be very hard. So just do it anyway and hurt yourself. Can't be patient, right? That's obvious. Sometimes that's the case. But it's better waiting until you have enough people rather than hurting the patient or yourself. Often, in different settings, they have something called a zero lift policy now, where you're not supposed to lift anybody, where you use mechanical devices, which we're about to do. But let me just mention one story. When I worked at a skilled nursing facility in Winston-Salem, it had 5 floors to it, and the power went out one winter, and there were about 20 residents on the first floor that had to go up to all the way up to the 5th floor. And this is exactly what we did going upstairs. We got a couple of sheets. We had like 5 or 6 people around and walked up the steps with people like this. And again, if you have enough people, it's very easily done. Nobody got hurt, no patients got dropped. So again, if you get enough help, you work together, watch your body mechanics, you can move just about anybody. All right, let's move over to the lift. Over that, we will have to practice. And let's see who's next. Derek? Did you here in just a minute? Okay, so I'd like you to, every group is going to practice with the lift also. We just have time today for you to do one person. You're going to lift them from the mat table to the wheelchair, back to the mat table. Just one person in your group. And again, a lot of places are moving to a zero lift policy where you'll see different kinds of mechanical devices to lift patients. So this is a fairly common lift you might see in a hospital setting, maybe in a skilled nursing setting. So it's a really nice lift, the Viking M. So, Derek, can I get you lying supine over here? All right, and there's different ways this can be used. We're just going to use the basic lift method. And so we've got our, what do you call this?
Lift pad.
Lift pad. Okay, pad, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. All right, you see there's a blue line that goes down the middle of it. And where do you think that goes on his body?
Right down the mid.
Vertebral column, right down the spine. Right. Okay, and the very bottom right here goes right on his sacrum. So that's what you're lining up. Sacrum right there, and then right down the midline of the back. Okay, so but that's on the back side. So just to save time, could you roll that way? And I'm going to roll this up. Okay, so here's his sacrum right there. So I'm going to, and there's that blue line right there. I'm going to try to get that so it's going to be right where his sacrum is. I'll get this rolled. Okay, can you roll to your back, please? And then roll over toward me. And if you couldn't do that, I could be rolling it myself. Let's see the time. All right. Can you roll back to your back, please? I'm going to straighten up. Okay. So you'll notice on the lift, we've got some brakes on it. Let's get it lined up. So while I'm lifting, I'm going to go ahead and put the brakes on. And then there's a spreader bar at the bottom. So you can have it where the spreader bars are closer together. But when we're lifting, we probably want a wide base of support, right? So we're going to spread the spreader bars apart. That's all the way. Okay. And then I'll
Bless you.
going to really try hard not to hit the patient with the bars. But we need it pretty low to start with to get it hooked up, get the pad hooked up. Okay, the way the foot loops or the lower extremity loops go, you go underneath. Like this. Same thing with the other side. And then one goes right through the other like this. And then we're going to hook it up this way some. I'll lock it when I start the set. So we crisscross them like this. Alright, then we put, okay, I need to move it this way. One of these loops. Oh, I'm going to lift your head up a little bit. Do this. Okay, go ahead and just relax. Okay. And we can start lifting, and as he lifts, I'm going to kind of pull down on here. Otherwise, it really grabs you in the groin and is not very pleasant. So tell me if it's getting to be that way. Eric.
Don't put fingers.
I'm just gonna hold it right here,
Yeah.
just in case.
Now, isn't that putting his neck in a bad position?
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and start moving. All right, does it need to be pulled out? It's paranoid is the problem. All right, let's go back down because I got a bad position on the pad. So we're going to reposition a little bit. I mean, it's okay for his neck to be like that temporarily if it's not hurting him. All right, we need you to slow down a little bit. All right, so I got a bad position. So if he can't move, I need to roll him again and start all over with it. For the sake of time, let me get you to move up that way.
Slide up.
Yeah, there we go.
Bless you.
Go ahead and slide it just a little bit more. There we go, a little bit more. There we go. All right. That should be better. Hopeful patience.
What's the maximum lifting capacity?
I've got it on here. Let me remember what it is as I'm lifting him. Let's see if we can put the brakes on. I'll find out in just a minute. Let me go ahead and start getting him up. You okay? Doing all right?
No, we're good.
No kids for you.
How are we doing?
Good.
All right. I like your position there. All right. Okay, so just relax. Let your legs just relax. There you go. There we go. All right, so we're going to lift them high enough to clear the table. Okay, and we're going to take them to this chair. Thank you. So I'm unlocking. Lift it up a little higher. It doesn't go much higher. All right, here we go. And we start moving. So this is what I'd like y'all to do, and I'm going to make sure that he's not swinging into the bars or anything. Kind of guide him. All right, and let me get Stacy.
Yes.
Can you kind of guide him so he's backing up to the wheelchair? Let me get you right there. There we go. All right, back straight up to the wheelchair, all right? All right, so we okay? Okay, we'll go down a little bit at a time and readjust as we need to. Can you just try to help make sure his bottom is getting
Yeah.
into the back of the wheelchair? We'll go down a little bit at a time. Make sure his legs aren't hitting anything. Okay, doing okay, Derek?
Yep.
Very careful. Still okay? Okay?
We're there.
Okay, then we're going to make sure the bar doesn't hit his head as we're coming down. Okay? And then I could bring the bar down further. I could take the pad off of there and just leave it on the chair until he's ready to go back. But for the sake of time, so what I want you to do is get your person in the chair, and then we're going to go back up, okay? Can you kind of help guide Stacy? Everything okay, Derek?
Yes.
All right. I'm watching his legs, make sure they don't bump into anything. Oh, that's as high as we're going. All right, I'm going to pull him back now. Here we go. All right, I think I've got it from here, Stacy. Thank you.
Okay.
Still got the spreader bar out. All right, they're going to turn you this way. So make sure. All right. Thank you, Jay. Okay, we're going to go down slowly, all right? Okay, we're going to let your legs stick out. If he can't kick his legs out, I can do that for him as he's going down. Oh, gotta have my brakes on, that was bad. Yeah, now brakes on. We're going down, you doing okay, Derek?
Yes.
Why are you smiling?
It's like a roller coaster
It's
ride.
kind of fun, isn't it?
It's new, for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure, you can lift your head and go back, and I'm gonna make sure that the bar doesn't hit him in the head. Go ahead and take it off. Just relax. Okay, you can just kind of roll out of that. Thank you. All right. So, any questions about the lift? Okay, so again, we just have time for you to do one person in your groups of 4 or 5 to the wheelchair and back to the bed. Okay, and then I want you to practice, we need to practice all the transfers and all the lifts. Please be very careful, especially with the lifts. Be careful with your body mechanics and be very careful not to drop or hurt the person you're lifting. Now, it is fine at this point to practice with the lighter people in your group. If someone's too heavy for you to lift, make sure you get help. And don't try to do it on your own and hurt yourself or hurt them. Okay, so any questions about what you need to do? Okay, I didn't cover the letter E, wheelchair to floor. You don't need to worry about that right now, or letter F, the card transfers. All right, let's go ahead, and if you need reminders of what group you're in, I've got those. But let's get one group over here